Good day everyone. You are welcome to this week's episode of Church Sound Production Series, a weekly video tutorial to educate, guide and guide us in the production of sound in our respective place of worship. Last week on Church Sound Production Series, we discussed the microphone, an example of an input device on the sound equipment as a component of sound production. Still on microphones, we discussed microphone impedance. In today's episode of Church Sound Production Series, the microphone part 8, we shall be discussing microphone frequency response. Go nowhere, I'll be back soon after this short break. Glad to have you back. My name is Mark Adebayo and you are watching Church Sound Production Series. Today, we shall be considering the topic microphone frequency response. Frequency response refers to the way a microphone responds to different frequencies. It is a characteristic of all microphones that some frequencies are exaggerated and others are attenuated, that is, reduced. For example, a frequency response which favors high frequency means that the resulting audio output will sound more trebly than the original sound. Let us discuss the frequency response chart. A microphone's frequency response pattern is shown using a chart like the one on your screen and referred to as a frequency response curve. The x-axis shows frequency in hertz and the y-axis shows response in decibel. A higher value means that the frequency will be exaggerated, while a lower value means the frequency is attenuated. In this example, frequencies around 5 kHz are boosted, while frequencies above 10 kHz and below 100 Hz are attenuated. This is a typical response curve for a vocal microphone. The question now is, which response curve is the best? An ideal flat frequency response means that the microphone is equally sensitive to all frequencies. In this case, no frequency would be exaggerated or reduced. The chart on the screen showing a flat line illustrates this, resulting in a more accurate representation of the original sound. We therefore say that a flat frequency response produces the purest audio. In the real world, a perfectly flat response is not possible, and even the best flat response microphone has some deviation. More importantly, it should be noted that a flat frequency response is not always the most desirable option. In many cases, a tailored frequency response is more useful. For example, a response pattern designed to emphasize the frequencies in a human voice would be well suited to picking up speech in an environment with lots of low frequency background noise. The main thing is to avoid response patterns which emphasize the wrong frequencies. For example, a vocal mic is a poor choice for picking up the low frequencies of a bass drum. Let us talk about frequency response ranges. You will often see frequency response quoted as a range between two figures. This is a simple or perhaps simplistic way to see which frequencies a microphone is capable of capturing effectively. For example, a microphone which is said to have a frequency response of 20 Hz to 20 kHz can reproduce all frequencies within this range. Frequencies outside this range will be reproduced to a much lesser extent or not at all. This specification makes no mention of the response curve or how successfully the various frequencies will be reproduced. Like many specifications, it should be taken as a guide only. Quickly, let us consider condenser microphones and dynamic microphones as regards frequency response. Condenser microphones generally have flatter frequency responses than dynamic microphones. All other things being equal, this would usually mean that a condenser is more desirable if accurate sound is a prime consideration. This is how far we can run on this week's episode of Church Sound Production Series. Next week, we shall be discussing microphone stands, mounts and clamps and booms. Your comments go a long way. I will be glad to know your opinion vis-a-vis the topics discussed thus far. Furthermore, do you have questions relative to any of the treated topics? Please feel open and unrestricted to drop them in the comment section, and I assure you that it shall be treated. Thanks for watching. Have you been inspired having watched this tutorial and would like to watch more? Please be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel if you have not, or perhaps you are new to this channel. Also, hit the notification bell so you can be notified when there is a fresh video. Equally, like, share and comment. You can as well follow me on other social media handles as shown on the screen. Until I come your way yet again next week on Church Sound Production Series, my name is Mark Adebayo. Bye-bye.